day 2. I had to stop filming because it took me quite a while to finish the edge on this tree skirt. And I was able to stop where I wanted to stop, and then I had to make dinner, and then things just kind of, and then, family time and everything. So this is day 2 of trying to finish this tree skirt. I went ahead and I cut the ribbon, and I wasn't sure how long to make the ribbon, so I looked online and there was a couple of suggestions. So I went with like 18 inches. So I have 6 strips of 18-inch ribbon, and we are going to place them in between the felt pieces, and I am going to sew it in. I'm still determining how I'm gonna do that. I might just do like a running stitch a couple of times just to make sure it's really secure, and I'm probably gonna give myself at least an inch inside the tree skirt so it doesn't really, so it has, it has some grip in there. But yeah, so we're gonna transfer the project back to the floor. It's on the table right now. So we're gonna go back to the floor, and then I will show you how I do the ribbons. Okay, real quick before I put you on the floor, I just wanted to show you the finished edge here. Here's the back and the front. It looks so nice. And you've got the front. And then we're gonna work on this section right here. So I left this open so that we can put the ribbon in. Okay, so we have our tree skirt ready for ribbon. I grabbed my giant ruler and we're going to see where we're gonna put this ribbon. So this is about 19 inches. Roughly 19 inches from the center, or from the edge to the edge here. So if we're gonna do 3, then I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna stop at 18. So I can do it divisible by 3. So probably gonna do 1 right up here at the 1-inch mark. Probably the 9-inch mark. And then 1 here on the bottom. I'm just trying to make it look nice.
This routine will end in 20 minutes. Enjoy your meal.
Okay, so we're gonna put them about every 8 inches or so. I might push this one up just a little bit. I mean, that looks pretty good. And it's not like exact, so we're gonna do kind of estimated. So ultimately it's gonna go like this. So that's what we're looking at. And we're gonna put the ribbon about an inch inside, roughly. I might put 1.5 inches maybe. So I'm just gonna line it up. I'm gonna do one side first, and then I'm gonna line up the other side, and then I'm gonna put the other side in. So, well, That looks pretty good. That's one side. Then I'll go do the same thing on this side. We want them to be roughly the same length, so that's pretty good. So that's kind of what we're looking at. So we'll do that for the rest of them. Okay, so now that we have our ribbon where we want it and roughly the same length, I mean, worst case scenario, you could always trim. You can always trim it if it's, you know, if it's gonna bug you. But you gotta remember, these are homemade gifts, so they're not supposed to be absolutely perfect. We are going to move to the table now. So I'm going to move my project to the table, and we are gonna sew the rest of this together. So we are on my table, and I ended up folding it in quarters again, and then I'm folding this just to kind of give myself some room. And we are gonna start on this corner. So I stopped here because I wasn't quite sure where I was gonna put the ribbon, but now that I know where to start. So we're gonna grab some thread, and we're going to start sewing in the ribbon. And I should have had this all ready, but you know, this is real life. So I'm just gonna grab a piece that I need. I'm actually very lucky that I've had all this left over, so I haven't had to go buy any extra colors, which is really nice. It doesn't always happen. So we're just going to grab my needle. Okay. And I do like to clean up the tail here, even though nobody's gonna see it, but it's just one of the weird habits that I ended up, developing. Oh, should probably cut this. Okay. So we're gonna start here, and notice how I'm still using green because the felt is still green here. If for some reason I was using the ribbon but putting it on top, then I would change it. But actually, now that I'm thinking about it, we could applicate the ribbon onto the green first and then go around. I mean, that's a possibility, but we're gonna see how this goes. So let's just start where we left off. Oops. Great practice for the applique stitch. If you're not good at it, you'll get good at it real quick. Notice that there is a stamp right here for the running stitch that I had to cut through. You'd think, and I understand why they put the stamp there, but you'd think that they would have like no stamp there. Does anybody else use these kits as tablecloths? Like the table, like a top of a table as a decoration? I don't think I've seen anybody do it. If you have, let me know down below. I've only seen these as tree skirts. I know that that's an option. Okay, now we're getting to the ribbon part. And I can't really do a whip stitch here, but I can sort of do one. So I'm just gonna go like this, go all the way through the ribbon, and then come back as if I was doing an applique stitch. Did you see how I did that? So I'm just going through the top of the ribbon here, like so. And then I'm gonna go back with my needle through the felt as if I'm completing the stitch. And I created a knot. I love that. And luckily this ribbon is really easy to sew through. I know that satin ribbon is very popular. However, I'm not a big fan of sewing into satin ribbon because the way that the satin is, like its nature, it tends to snag. So that's why I grabbed this ribbed one. One, I like the way it looks, and two, it's very texturized. So I felt like it was like perfect for needlework. Although, satin is always a beautiful look, so I can see why people use satin ribbon to do that, but I chose this and I think it'll look just as cute. Okay, I'm gonna do one more stitch through the ribbon. Oop. And then I'm gonna continue on as if nothing happened. Okay, hey, that looks great. What do you think? It looks pretty good, both front and back. Perfect. And I'm yanking on it, and it's actually like, it's pretty sturdy. I'm really happy how that turned out. Okay, so you have 5 more ribbons to do. I'm showing you one, and I'm gonna do the rest off camera because I know it'll take me a while. But I will come back with the finished tree skirt and give you my final thoughts. Okay guys, this is the finished tree skirt. Oh my goodness. I loved how this turned out. So this is the front completed, and then the lining on the bottom. So stinking cute. Very, very happy with how it looks finished. And then with the bows on the bottom. So cool. Here are the bows and the ribbon. Here's a close-up of some of the embroidery work. That ribbon candy, whew, so much time to make that ribbon candy. And I did add blush to the snowman's face. And here's the small candy cluster. And then the big candy cluster. There we have it. All right, there you have it. There is that finished tree skirt. I know this wasn't really much of a tutorial, it's more of just like my thoughts and you know, showing you how to do a couple of things, but I'm hoping to do an actual tutorial on a tree skirt that I have, so stay tuned for that. Honest opinion, tree skirts are not for beginners. They are not. They require a lot of effort. They are very large. It's a very large project. And you have to buy at least 1.5 yards to 2 yards of extra felt for the back, as well as a ribbon of your choosing. So it will cost a little bit more to finish. But as you can see, like the actual finished product is stunning. I'm actually contemplating making one for my tree. I don't know which one, but I'm really excited to finally be done with this project because it's taken me quite a while to finish it. And if you guys watched me for a while, it doesn't take me long to finish a normal like stocking kit. So just the fact that this tree skirt took me so long, I was finally able to finish it, and it feels good to be like, I'm done. So, okay. So, thanks for watching to the end. You guys are awesome. And I am actually looking at doing a advent calendar that has been requested by several of you. So stay tuned for that. I will be putting out some tutorials on, it's called the Nordic tree. It's like the Nordic, you could probably Google it. But I'm using a kit that is for someone else. So I'm making it for my in-laws. This is the last kit for my in-laws until they find more for me to make. But check out my Etsy shop in the description below for any finished kits to purchase. And I have several in my stash that I'm going to make for my shop, as well as other items. Lots of plans. I feel like I've got so many plans and not enough time to do them all. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.